Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Red Raptor Rides in our Prehistoric Skyrim. In the last episode, we made Helgen, and that's how the game starts, where you're in Helgen, gonna get executed, and then Alduin comes and saves your life, and destroys all of Helgen. So we represented that with a Carcharodontosaurus. He's just kind of chilling, trapped in Helgen, so there's not much you can do. It's still kind of a tourist destination. It's still a functioning zoo park. the Carcharodontosaurus isn't running around. Even if it was, it couldn't eat people. That's not in the game yet. But now, in this episode, I'm making Riverwood, which is down the road, not too far from Helgen. Like, after you do the tutorial area, then you end up in Riverwood. You just follow the road down. And right now I'm making the river. There's a river that the road follows, and that's the river that will lead to Riverwood, hence the name. And yeah, it's just a lot of terraforming and destroying the terrain here. This is where I decided for now to put Riverwood, but I actually do change it. I pretty much off camera flatten the whole thing and push it down the road further, because it's squeezed very tight next to Helgen. You don't get much space to roam around, go through the woods, and all that good stuff. So everything you see here is temporary. I'll remake it. It's gonna look pretty much the same, just pushed back so they're not brushing up against each other. And yeah, Helgen is more up in the hills. It's more in the mountaintops, but I didn't really represent that. I didn't elevate the terrain high enough for that. So I'm actually gonna have to lower the terrain and like go below sea level, I guess. For you can't tell. It's an illusion. You can't see. Yeah, and this is the path going down. It's very like grassy and mossy. And right now I have to get rid of like a lot of the trees, because a lot of the trees don't really look like Skyrim trees. Oh, hi Indy. Sorry, I'm recording with Indy with me, so if you hear the rattling of his collar, yeah, that's what you're listening to right now. His mom's not home, so I'm just holding him in my arms right now. But yes, before you get to Riverwood, you find these standing stones, which this probably takes longer than anything else in this build to make the standing stones, because they're oddly shaped. They're like a cone, but the middle is hollowed out, which you can't really do in this game. You can only add pieces to it. You can't subtract any pieces. This isn't like Little Big Planet or Dreams, where you can just take a shape and cut it out. No, you have to try to make it with the shapes you have. So it comes across kind of funky looking in the end, but I think it works. It definitely works for what we're given. Yeah, so it's like this cone-ish thing. I don't know. It has the hole. It has a bunch of like darker rings going through it, and then there's like a vertical ring in the middle, which yeah, I'm making here. But then you have to get it on both sides and make it symmetrical. This was a pain. This is probably the worst part of the build so far. Just doing the standing stones, the smallest part. That's not even like an exhibit. You just drive by it. Which kind of stinks. But we got it done. And it looks acceptable for Prehistoric Kingdom standards. I think it's fine. It also gets pushed to the side a little. I'm not sure if I'll show that, but it gets pushed to the side. So it's more on the curve of the road, not like past the curve of the road. Hey, Indy. Oh, he's so good. And of course there's the warrior stone, the mage stone, the thief stone, and this is where you kind of give yourself a little upgrade, a little boost, to a temporary upgrade, like depending on your play style, how you want to play. Right now I'm going kind of like mage warrior, which I mean maybe everyone does that. I mean, like pretty much everything you can do is a combination of mage and warrior. Not Sneak Archer. Sneak Archer was my first one, and I actually made like a Batman character. He ends up killing, you know, all the raiders. No, not raiders. Thieves. This isn't Fallout. They're called thieves in this game. yeah, you can't just not kill people, so it's a killing Batman, which usually is very lame. Not the lame version of Batman. But now I'm doing more of like a Jedi run, where I made my character Bastila from Knights of the Old Republic. And I'm trying to be good behaved and well, use magic, destruction magic, like force lightning, but like more restorations and stuff, and alterations, and conjurations, all that good stuff. Yeah, so then I would be picking the Mage Stone, but there are other standing stones throughout Skyrim that are hidden around that you can find. But there's like this nice cliff view that you get from there that I'm trying to make. You get to overlook the lake, and it goes towards like the rift-ish area in the west of Skyrim. And you can see some of the Elasmotheriums that are just roaming around over there. Here, I'm trying to make a waterfall. There's waterfalls in between like the big lake and Riverwood that you got to follow. And it really adds to like the beautiful, natural feeling of the area. It doesn't feel like a zoo, like just some artificial park. I mean, it's all artificial. I made the whole thing. It's a video game, but it feels real enough. It feels real, and that's what matters. That's the important thing. Yeah, so with that done, then I have to kind of make the path along and lead up into Riverwood and figure out how I'm going to do this. Alright, so now we make the actual buildings, Riverwood itself. And again, yeah, I'm going to slide all this over. I literally just copied the whole thing and slide it over. But thankfully the assets are the same from the assets from Helgen. It's probably just easier for Bethesda, and it makes my life a lot easier too. I don't have to like remake all of the buildings. I just copy and paste them from Helgen with some slight tweaks to them. Like this is that front gate that you see in Helgen, and this asset actually gets reused in the back. There are 3 of these in Riverwood. I make 2 of them. I don't really do the back of it very much. It's not an exact one-to-one, of course. This isn't actually Skyrim. I don't have that kind of space, especially not here. But yeah, and then start putting the houses down, and these are the same houses that you have in Helgen. It's very nice, very easy. So this becomes the Riverwood Trader, which is where you get one of your earliest quests to retrieve, what is it, the Golden Claw, I think, and that's where you go to Bleak Falls Barrow. And then, yeah, there are some special assets I do have to make for myself on this one. Like the watermill. The Riverwood blacksmith, I don't remember what his name is, him and his wife. They run the blacksmith. Yeah, there's just a giant watermill attached to the building. And a bit of annoyance here, but you have to go into the group and select everything. You can't just take the group and rotate it. I don't know. It's kind of like a quality of life issue that they should fix. Rather than having to go into the group and rotate everything, you should just be able to grab the group itself and rotate that. But I actually made it work. And then there's like a pier at the edge of town. I guess this is where some of the fishing happens. I'll have to remember to put some of the new fishing assets in there. I put them by the by the blacksmith. Okay, so yeah, now we're pretty much done-ish with the town, except I have to build the blacksmith, and that I do that off camera because it was kind of a pain. Probably the most time in this build went to just building the blacksmith, and I didn't want to bore you all. That itself took like over an hour to do. And then when I was done-ish building it, the game crashed. Actually, my whole computer just crashed, and I had to reset the whole darn thing. So then I had to do it again. But at least by that point, I knew what I was supposed to be doing. That's the Riverwood Inn. That's where, I don't remember what's her name, like, has her secret basement, because she's a blade, and she tells you to go infiltrate the Thalmor Embassy and all that good stuff. Yeah, so you see here, I'm just like poking right into the back of Helgen, which is not at all what I want to do. They're pretty close on the map, but they're not that close to each other, and I think Riverwood definitely needs more space than this. But you'll see on here building what will be the old version of the Elasmotherium exhibit. Just something to... I mean, I know Elasmotheriums in Skyrim, but they make a good stand-in for the cows that they have, that cute fluffy cows. And I don't remember the name of this girl's house, but there's a girl. She has a house. It looks something like this. It's like a house asset, but it's made out of stone. So I'm gonna go in and then replace all of the wood with stone. And then it gets very strange. Like, after I replace it all, then you have to... It's a curved building, like the house is curved. So I just grab, one side of it, and I just start cloning the heck out of it. And start curving it. So, yeah, most of the assets were copied, but some of them took creativity to make. So, overall, it wasn't that bad. In the last episode, you saw me build Helgen, which is looking a lot nicer than it does in the game right now. It's seen much worse times because of this dude here, Alduin, who is a Karkar dinosaur, who is just taking a nap while standing up. Are you okay, Alduin? Do you need help, buddy? I don't know, man. Dang, look how massive this creature is. This is insane. Just the largest predator around today on land is like, what, the polar bear? And even that is like nothing compared to this giant monstrosity. Look at this thing. Alright. I would not want to be standing face to face with the Karkar dinosaurs. That's for pretty dang sure. Yeah, you're just standing for Alduin, looking all edgy and epic as you do. I think edgy Karkar dinosaurs is just like the best look. J-Pog just solidified it into everyone's mind here. But now you saw me do the time lapse for Riverwood, and let's get some rain in here. I want to change up the music. Yeah, okay. I like the Skyrim rainy, nighttime-ish music. What are you? Oh, I thought that was like a goat standing on top of the building. No, alright. So, once you finish the whole Helgen introduction, you get out of a cave. I'm not sure where the cave opens out, so around here. You walk down from the mountains, and you go into the foresty valley below. And on your way, you see the... What do you call these? The stones. The stones. It's been a while since I played this game. Yeah, just thought I'd get that in there. I don't know. Can't get it perfect. Can't, like, cut shapes and mold the shapes. But you can kind of finagle different shapes together. Do you see that? There's, like, a weird motion blur on this. I don't know what's going on here. But you look over and see this giant lake that... Does this go into the rift area? Maybe the rift area is like over here, down here. But you pick your ability, what you want to be in Skyrim, and you move on. And you walk along this river, and you'll probably find a wolf or a skeever or bandit of some sort. There are no wolves in the game yet. I think there's plants for Amphision, but that hasn't gone anywhere. We don't have a confirmed list of animals at this point. Prehistoric Kingdom's just like throwing whatever animals they want at the screen and seeing what audiences like. So far no Amphision, and no Daedon yet, but maybe they'll come soon enough. That would be a cool addition. There are no pigs in Skyrim, now I think about it. Daedon's not an actual pig, but yeah, there are no pigs in Skyrim. Alright, so then you enter into your first town, Riverwood. I like the classic first town trope. You walk in, kind of get a sense of direction, pick up some early quests, learn a bit more about the world. Ugh, the stupid popping textures. Yeah, I like when Bethesda does this. They do it in Fallout 3 with Megaton. You walk out of Vault 101, and right there is Megaton. They skipped out on us with Fallout 4 for God knows what reason. You don't find your first town until well, Diamond City or Covenant, really. It kind of sucks. They should have just had a first town in that game, but I guess not. So, yes, this is Riverwood. It's not 100% done, but it's got all the basics. This is the Riverwood Trader over here. This is like the inn. And there's a farm in the back with those fluffy cows that they have. So I'm just replicating this with the Elasmotherium, our latest addition into Prehistoric Kingdom. We also got the cave lion and American lion, and the Cynotherium, which is like a close relative or maybe ancestor thing to this. But I don't really have a place for them yet. I think I'll put the cave lion in the next episode. And you know what comes next after you visit Riverwood is Bleak Falls Barrow. But yeah, you just come and you enjoy like this farm setting. It's very low-key, very chill. It's your first town. The Elasmotherium just want to chill out and have fun. Ooh, what if I turn this house... This is someone's house. I don't remember who that someone is, but it's someone's house. We turn the house into like a little den area for the guys. Alright. Here you go. Yeah, you could sleep in here. Go look. If I can get some more animal care here. Exit that group. I want it to be just a single group. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so the Elasmotheriums can just come in here and chill out. But this is their little paddock. I don't know how much to say about them. They're Elasmotherium. They're like a big, woolly rhino-ish creature. I do remember them. My exposure to them was in Prehistoric Park. Like, I'm sure a lot of you were exposed to them with... where one of them chases down Nigel Marvin. Which, actually, if I turn on Nigel Marvin's speech... Okay, I turned his speech back on. Does Nigel have anything to say about Elasmotherium? Nigel? Nigel? Maybe he doesn't have anything to say yet? But you will notice that recently there was a study. Why is it not... Can you track the animal, please? There was a study about Elasmotherium that it might not have had that giant horn, cause I think the horn is like keratin. It's not an actual like bone horn. Okay, yeah. There's no reason why Nigel shouldn't be talking. Oh no, there he is. Wrong animal though. Okay, thank you, Nigel, talking about Alduin over here. Sorry, I had to cut you out. But yeah, so you'll see there are two variations here in Prehistoric Kingdom. One with the long horn, the classic look, and then the short horn, not so classic look. Maybe he just doesn't have anything to say, or maybe they didn't record his lines for the Elasmotherium. Perhaps they didn't put it in yet. There should be an update soon where we get Leilanosaura and a few other things. And I'm sure they'll include his audio in there too. So, let's see. I do need to make some of the assets for Skyrim. I made a wheelbarrow, but I need the forge and the smithing table, the upgrade table for your weapons and stuff. And also, you could see that I introduced fishing. I don't know what you call this. I don't know. They're fish. You hang your fish on it. I'm not a fisherman. Never gone fishing in my life. But I don't know if it was PS4 Skyrim, PS5 Skyrim, Switch Skyrim. I don't know. There have been 1,000 different Skyrims that introduced fishing. I don't really use it. I don't know. There's not really like any purpose. What, you sell your fish for like a couple gold, and maybe you can cook it into a meal and get some health, but like you just use health potions or healing instead. You don't need to get fish. I don't know. I don't know what the point of that was. It seems not that necessary, but who am I to judge? Alright, so it looks like we got a healthy group of people in here. Everyone wants to come in and enjoy Skyrim over here. It really is beautiful. I like the map a lot. But yes, in the next episode, we will move over across the river into this area-ish and do Bleak Falls Barrow. And it shouldn't be too hard. I don't imagine it's going to be too hard. We're not going to do like the inside dungeon and everything, but we'll make the outside, the fancy ancient Nord decorations, and then populate it with some cave lions. I think it's looking pretty good overall. Helgen and Riverwood are way too close, but there's only so much space on this map. I think I might have angled this incorrectly. Like, it should be turned the other way. And it's this road that leads into Riverwood. I don't know, maybe I went crazy, but I think that's how it is. But yeah, we'll do that, and then up here we'll get into Whiterun and all that grassland plains-ish area. You'll probably notice that there's a jingling in the background. I do have a puppy now, and I will show him in my next review of Dinosauria, in my final review of that, which I am recording later today. Oh my gosh, this puppy's so cute. You're gonna hear him just scrambling around, playing with his toys. He's very cute. He's a Westie. Yeah, just a little puppy, only 4 months old. And I love him very much already. His name's Indiana, because Indiana was the dog. He was named after his dog. And he's such a cute little guy. And then the fan is blaring, so you'll probably hear that too. No, this isn't a FNAF video, it's just my fan, because it's very hot. So a lot of distractions today. A lot going on. Okay, let's make it daytime. There we go. That's much better to see. Let's look at you. So remember, guys, if you enjoyed this video, to please leave a like, subscribe, and to check out my social media. See you next time.